Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage MC this evening, Rory McSwiggan! Yeah, what beautiful relief and wonder and joy we have in our lives. What's a big gap for? Why is there a big gap? Are you going to get up and start doing some breakdancing? Give us some breakdancing. Any breakdancers in the house? Yeah, come on yourself. I'm sorry, Declan. I asked you to move. I asked Declan to move because he was in the way. Has that ever happened to you before in your life, Declan? Before in your life? First time, Jesus Christ, you must be scundered. You must be destroyed. You're going to go to the fucking Equality Commission and complain about me. Equality Commission always gets a laugh in here, Constance. Ever notice that? Beautiful, beautiful. How do people? My name's Rory McSwiggan. And this is Jigbox Comedy. And we have a very special night tonight. We have Scaldy Comedy with the wonderful Justin Freeburn. And I don't know what that means. Hey! A Scaldy. What's a Scaldy? What's a Scaldy, David? Did you ever hear? How long have you been in Northern Ireland now? 7 years. And you've never heard of Scaldy before? You never heard of it? Who can enlighten David as to what a Scaldy is? You've ruined it now. Fuck it. Fucking hell. Hey, fucking hell. How's doing it, man and woman at the back? How you doing, man and woman? You good? How much pocket money did you get when you were a child? Not a lot. Oh, let's see the class differences in this relationship then. What's your name, sir? David. Beautiful. David. Whole relationship destroyed. You're David. And how much pocket money did you get when you were a child, David? 50p. That's about the same as me. I'm 48 years old, born in 1977. What about yourself? 73. Right. Okay. You were a bit richer than me. Head of the troubles and all that. Yeah. And what's your name, Mrs.? Danielle, David and Danielle met in a pub in the Troubles. And the pub was blown up. And who knows who blew it up? David and Danielle blew it up. That's who did it. And then he didn't even go to the memorial service. Like fucking... Didn't even, you would think that the people that blew up that pub would go to the memorial service for the people... 50 years on, you think they would have? No, that's the way this country works, hey. And much pocket money did you get when you were a child, Danielle?
I was a bit younger than David.
You don't say. A tenner a week? Woo! And what did you spend your pocket money on? Well, pocket money. You don't go. You go to your first job and say, you know, how much pocket money am I getting off the man? Oh, I don't care. I've already got somebody down here. I've already got some. That's what attracted you to Danielle, David, was the complex way of her mind. Yeah, was it? Aye, very good, very good. How you doing? What's the crack? How are you? Good to see you. Yeah, you. No, it's not all about you. Fuck off. Good. You're all right. You're all right. Don't worry about it. What's your name? Lucy. Lucy. What's your favourite Lucy song, Julie? You only know the one, which is? Lucy in the sky. Everyone sing along. Lucy in the sky with diamonds. Da-da-da-da-da. There you go, Lucy. That's you welcomed in Jigbox Comedy. What do you think about that? Thank you very much. Very, very good, very good. So I've got Lucy. Who have we got here? I didn't see you. You're an amazing and beautiful person. God, what? Ruben. Of course you're called Ruben. You know he could be called Ruben. He wouldn't be called David or Lucy or something like that, you know. Where are you from, Ruben? From here. From right here in the Derry. You live in Berlin, of course you fucking live in Berlin. Yeah, you can't fucking be born in Derry, being called Ruben, and then fucking stay in Derry. You'd be fucking raped, you know? You like that? Wait, sorry, I should tell you that this comedy club, Ruben, and you ever go to comedy clubs in Berlin?
I work in a comedy club.
You work in a comedy club in Berlin. Wow. Any spots going? Who runs that? Who books that? What made you want to work in a comedy club? There was free beer. Free shots, fucking hell, yeah. And what kind of environment is it? Is it I've never been to Berlin. I have no idea.
It's a theatre-ish.
Oh, very good.
We got free shots for free.
Free shots, yeah, basically like Bennigans, apart from the free shots. Then, yeah, very nice, very nice. And what's your name, sir? Adam, how are you doing, Adam? Where are you from?
Cambridge, England.
Cambridge, England. That's a very Cambridge, England accent. Yeah, beautiful. I'm going to create a racial storm for myself now by asking him where he's really from. No, I'm not going to do that. You just don't sound like you're from Cambridge, England. But it's a cornucopia melting pot of a place, isn't it? And what do you do there?
Hearing aid audiologist.
You're hearing aid audiologists. You're the fucking reason my granny's getting fucking letters and I having to pay for big hearing aids. What are these big hearing aids and why are they rechargeable and what's so good about them? They make you hear. They make you fucking hear. Do they? Know what I found out this week? The loop system. The loop system is very good audio quality. And I was even thinking about replacing the audio system in here with the loop system. And then, did you ever hear of anybody doing that?
No, because I was at 4K.
Oh, no, I'm so okay, right, that's grand. Good to see you. What's your name again, sorry? Adam, good to see you. Adam, good to see you. Ruben, good to see you. Lucy, good to see you. David, good to see you. Everybody, yeah, good, yeah, good stuff. Okay, people, let's welcome the man whose idea it was to come here, set up a whole fucking contraption over here, and a wee bottle of Coke. Look at this wee bottle of Coke, isn't it beautiful? Buy that your pocket money, aye. Very good. Okay, right, people, I'm going to be joined, this way it's going to work, I'm going to be joined now by Justin Freeburn. Justin Freeburn! So, please welcome to the stage, Justin Freeburn!
Everyone give it up for Rory McSwiggan who runs this place! That's right. Fuck. Daniela, I know why you couldn't figure out your pocket money situation. It's because David still gives you it, isn't that what it is? Definitely not, no. There's some nice shoes, Daniela. No, thank you very much for coming out, guys. This is it means a lot to me that you've all made it out here tonight. Basically what this is, it's open mic comedy mixed with a live podcast. So it's all being recorded, so don't be picking your nose or anything. We'll see. And basically what we're doing is the comedians will come up, they'll do 3 to 5 minutes of comedy, and then me and Rory will chat to them for a few minutes. Sound good? That's right. Listen, we're just going to get straight into it. Me and Rory will be sitting at the side here, fucking footering each other. I don't know what we'll be doing, so we're just going to get straight into it. So let's just. I'm going to take a seat here, so I don't know how to get straight into it. Okay. Everyone cheer.
Let's get straight into it by welcoming to the stage the wonderful Declan McBride.
And it's still a long walk for a fat bastard, isn't it? Like? And I still look like Stephen Nolan shagged a Teletubby. A lot of news about this weather, folks, hey? The old Pope's dead, hey? Oh. Poor bastard, hey? Sad, you know, then there's 3 things that happen when the Pope dies. The first thing is that they seal his room and seal all his personal papers, which really just means delete his browser history. The second thing is they tap him 3 times in the forehead to make sure he's dead, which I call teabagging. And the third thing is the Pope's ring is smashed, and let's face it, in the Catholic Church, I think there's enough rings smashed, that's for sure, like, you know. High Court made a big decision this week, didn't it, folks, about women, like, you know. They've actually defined what a woman is, you know, which is, could be a real kick in the balls for some of them, like, you know. Like, oh, just like, didn't know what way that was going to go down, to tell you the truth. Dwarfs, what the fuck's that all about? Dwarfs scare the absolute shit out of me, like, you know, you know, they're odd sort of creatures, like, you know, you try to pet them, they're very skittish, like, you know, And here, where do they go? Who here has ever seen a dwarf funeral? You've never seen it. Like, there's no way a mini pulls up, and drops the coffin off, and one pallbearer just carrying him over the shoulder, You don't even walk around the coffin, they pass the coffin round. That's the way it works. I've had it up to there with them bastards, Any allergy wankers in? Oh, fuck. I hate fucking allergy wankers. See the nut ones? I would love to rip them with a fucking Snickers bar up the hole, And as for the gluten-free ones, would you love to see the fucking muffin man fingering the whole fucking lot of yous? Right, need to change that. Phones are listening. There's no doubt about it, folks. Phones are definitely listening. It's 100%. We were chatting there. There's a child abuse case on TV, and when I open my phone, there's a picture of Jeffrey Donaldson. So there's no doubt about it. The phones are listening. I've got into an awful bad habit now of when things go wrong, I pretend that myself or my wife are disabled. So my wife knocked a pint over there the other day, and I just had to say, sorry about that, folks, she's just got a wee touch of Downs. But don't worry, she's an absolute great ride, and she does a great blowjob. And then when I knock it over, I just go, sorry. Oh, dear. Tell you a wee bit about my family. My father is 12 years older than my mother, which is really does your head in, because in theory, he was probably sitting in the classroom at 15 years of age, watching my mother go past a tricycle, going, fuck, I'm going to ride that someday. That sort of shows what sort of a pervert he is, My mother, I don't know an awful lot about my mother. Apparently she was a cook or a chef or something like that there. Well, she did a really good spit roast in the Devonish one night, that's all I know about her. My wife is, I've been married for over 30 years now. She's a really hateful bastard, is the best thing I can say about her. Not very good with the hygiene, she doesn't trim or anything like that. She looks like she's trying to smuggle Chewbacca into the cinema. She's got, the old boobs are going as well, she's got one boob bigger than the other. I entered into a wet t-shirt competition, she came first and third. Bought her a Fitbit and automatically dialed 999. And she's a big girl like myself, and you know yourself, the big people, we like sex, but we don't get it that often. We get that little sex, we're jealous of victims of clerical abuse. That's how little sex we get. The only sex we used to get was from priests when they gave you chocolate. And I used to get chocolate all the time for a ride, it was absolutely fantastic. I once took 5 priests on at one time for a multi-pack of crunchies. Blew that much over me, I looked like the Phantom of the Opera. Tell you that, you could rape me with a carrot and I'll not fucking, I'll high five you, You can sexually assault me, I won't report you, I swear to God, that's how little sex we get. I was in the supermarket the other day getting some feminine products, onions, carrots, that sort of stuff. And I met the most gorgeous woman, absolutely gorgeous woman. I know her, a neighbour of mine, she's divorced, gorgeous looking woman, sort of woman you would shag in front of your wife's family. That's how good looking she is. And her son came up to me, a horrible bastard of a child, horrible, wouldn't even give you a stiffy. And he came up to me and he says, my mommy says you're fat because you won't stop eating. And I says, your mommy's divorced because she won't stop sucking cocks. Now fuck off. Do nuns' fannies rust because they aren't using them? I'm just asking, that's just all Anyway, speaking about fannies, my wife's had 4 kids now and it's absolutely huge. My wife's fanny is absolutely huge. I remember looking up one time and I'm nearly sure I've seen Madeleine McCann. You've heard of flick the bean, this is more like fucking slap the turnip, this thing's that fucking big. 4 children, like I say, all horrible. I have one son, absolutely horrible child. Living proof that you can get pregnant through anal sex. He watches that much porn, we had about wipers in the TV. And I swear to God, he's a lazy child. He won't clean his room, he won't make his dinner, he won't even get out of his wheelchair. And our daughter's a lovely girl, she's just lost her first tooth there. That'll teach her to walk in front of the fucking TV when I'm watching the football. Going to finish with a wee quick story there about wasn't feeling very well this long time, you know, so I've been drinking a good bit recently, and I came home one night fairly drunk, and the wife was in bed and the dog was in the bed, and I'm fairly sure I fingered the dog. I just knew that the next morning the dog was sitting beside the bed with a bottle of Jack Daniels and his tail wagging like fuck. And sort of to pep myself up a wee bit, I decided to have a bath. And that might not be a big thing for most of you guys, but getting this body into a bath is not the fucking easiest thing. It's like putting a soft cock into a fucking already used condom. It's not easy. And as I was lowering myself down into the bath, I spied this thing, and I've never seen them before, a bath bomb. And I've never seen them before, and I don't know if, but I thought to myself, for some reason, I don't know why I did this, because I'm 100% straight. You know, I've only had a threesome twice. The first time I didn't like the other two guys. And the second time I was doing doggy style and the dog licked my ass. And if you're that fat, you take it. I decided to put the bath bomb between the cheeks of my ass and lower myself into the bath. And it was fucking amazing, boys. My ass was fizzing like a firework. I could smell the strawberries. It was absolute. I felt like a lesbian. And the next thing, for some reason, my ass jammed wide open. Must have been the chemicals and the thing. And I started to go on water like the fucking Titanic. It was fucking unreal. I was listening to the left and listening to the right. I thought, oh fuck, you're going to be found dead in the fucking bath, absolutely swollen to the fucking hilt. And I managed to reach the plug, and all the water came running out. It was absolutely fantastic. You know, there's Mr. Meaty came out. There was a scrunchie came out. There's one of my father's old condoms came out. And at that point I realised, listen, from now on, don't be fucking priest for crunchy bars. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much.
Jack McBride, everyone. Fucking hell. Here, by the way, I forgot to say, for the acts that are on tonight, whenever you hit 4 minutes of your set, I will let you know by giving you a wee sound here. I'm not sure which one I'm hitting here, so bear with me. There we go, that's your 4 minutes. And if you hit 5 minutes and you're about to go over, we're going to hit you with this, okay? So you can feel suicidal about that. But
I go now?
No, you stay right there, dickhead. Right?
It's a long walk for me, you know.
Coming for me for being fucking gluten-free. That's the worst thing about it, is I actually am gluten-free and have a peanut allergy, so the doctor diagnosed me.
It's not fucking real, you're fucking about you. You're only trying to get the fucking DLA and the cheap CR. Horrible bar. And then you stop a whole plane because you got a fucking peanut allergy. Get you the fuck off the plane and the rest of us will eat fucking
just
peanuts,
you take
prick,
fucking 3 seats on the plane. Can't fucking, don't come for my peanuts, and I'm fucking like, I can't sit down, mate.
I don't want you sitting beside you. You only fart every fucking time because you had a bit of fucking bread. Wankers.
Just because your farts have yeast in them.
Can't even do a
question,
smelling.
Declan. What do you think? Do you ever think about what it would be like when you do have sex?
I have sex on a regular basis. There's just no woman there. It's just with myself, like, you know, on a regular basis, like, you know. But I've watched sheep and I've watched cows, and I sort of think I'm fairly close to getting
I saw that in Chatterbait the other night, actually. That was good. That was good.
Yeah,
you earned a lot of money that night, actually. That was good.
That's the one with a credit card. You have to put a credit card in before you see it.
You're earning away very well, especially in North America.
Declan holds a credit card between his ass cheeks as well. So.
Like it'll fit. Like I can reach my ass. Catch yourself on you.
You couldn't fit the entirety of PayPal between your ass.
It's like when I was arrested one time, the boy said, did you conceal anything up your ass? I was just like, yeah, how the fuck would I reach round to my ass? You stupid cut you. Can I go now?
Hey, I want to ask you about your favourite person. Have you ever actually met Stephen Nolan?
No, for the simple reason he's a hateful, horrible bastard. And if I did meet him, I'm going to shoot the bastard. He's a way. I think that's genuine. He's so toxic for this part of the world that he deserves shot. And I'm just going to put it out there. I don't care if he sues me. He's gay as fuck. Come out to fuck. Come out. Everybody knows you're fucking gay. Quit hiding behind a fucking court order.
Well, that's cancelled after the first episode, folks. So,
well, I don't give a fuck. No, I don't like Stephen Nolan, no.
You know he comes and sues everyone that talks about him.
Fuck it, you can't take knickers with a bare ass. I haven't got a fucking bob, you can take it with him.
Name of the episode.
Can I go
Fucking
now?
hell. Do you know, I gave you one of your jokes.
Yes, that.
I told him one day, I goes, you look like someone tried to draw Stephen Nolan from memory.
Yeah, and then fucking somebody else stole it and had to change it again. I'm not going to name him because he'd sue me quicker than Stephen Nolan. So he was.
Who stole my joke? That's what I'm feeling about. Fucking. No, what's the crack with yourself? You anything mental going on in your life at the minute?
I've written a play and I'm doing it now at the end of the month here in our local GAA club. So it's nerve-wracking because I'm extremely old and I've no memory at all. But looking forward to acting was something I never thought I would ever do, but I'm thoroughly enjoying it. And then once I get that over, I just want to. That's me finished with that. I'm just never going to do it again. Like.
And what's your role? The stage? Sorry. Me and Declan are good mates. It's all good.
Fuck off, you fartless bastard. No, it's a two-man play, which makes it very difficult. And it's really a GAA play because we sort of know that we can sort of sell it to GAA people. So we do have a couple of. We're already booked for another couple of clubs, but we'll see how this goes.
That's right. So are you actually like the play itself you're going to be doing in GAA clubs then?
Yeah, it's pretty much based. It's basically the two of us get drunk and we believe we're Joe Brawley and Pat Splan, and then we have to we take the body out of the coffin and shit like that there. You know, so. And we've got a real coffin, which I'm really excited about.
Being in a GAA club, it's probably a Protestant coffin.
You better get a quote from Joe Brawley for the poster. I put something like, "I want absolutely nothing to do with that." There.
We actually have a video of Joe Brawley coming on at the end going, and that's the key. He goes, "If I think you pair of bastards are imitating me, we're going to sue you the fucking head off you." I go, okay.
Declan, you're just trying to make friends everywhere you go.
No, I'm really just waffling to get off the fuck. Can I go now?
Let's let everyone give it up for Declan McBride.
Here, thank you.
That wasn't big enough, so I'm going to give him an extra one. So we'll edit that in post. That was wild. He's a fucking crazy boss. I love him, so do I. I'll die for that fella. Do you want to just keep the ball rolling and get the next act on?
Okay, please welcome to the stage for his first ever time out Chicken Box Comedy with Scaldy Comedy. Give it up for Brendan O'Connor!
Woo! It's a terrible mistake. Actually just farted. So who likes musical comedy? Fucking liars. So I took photos in here, and it's fair to say some people take a better photo than others. Right? Some comedians not so good at it. So Eamon McAwee, for example, award-winning comedian Eamon McAwee, doesn't cast a shadow. Nobody knows why. It's scientists are baffled, aren't they? Anyway, are you ready for the musical comedy? Yeah. So this is about taking photos of comedians, and it has a non-zero comedy value. So I take photos of comedians for free and make us all look like rides for free. Here's a couple of tips for free. Stand in the fucking light. Stand in the fucking light. Kieran Flanagan, stand in the fucking light. Owen Curley, stand in the fucking light. Unless you're scared of the light. You know, like a vampire or Riddick. Or the wee singing hamster out of Gremlins. What do you call him? I take photos of comedians for free and make us all look like rides for free. Here's a couple more tips for free. Check yourself for snotters. Check yourself for snotters and lipstick on your teeth. Oh, check yourself for snotters and lipstick on your teeth. Ronan Paul. Not really, no. Did you know that photoshopping the snotters out of somebody's face feels exactly like you're picking their nose? It's exactly the same feeling. I take photos of comedians for free and make us all look like rides for free. Here's a couple more tips for free. Stop looking at the floor all the time and open your fucking eyes occasionally and make the mic stand out of the way for not using it. And check yourself for snotters and lipstick on your teeth. But the main one is stand in the fucking light.
Give it up for Brendan O'Connor! Fantastic, Brendan O'Connor. So, well, how do you feel after your first time doing comedy?
Yeah. What do you want me to do?
Stand the fucking light!
I'm trying.
You're in our shot.
Sorry.
Just fucking
Sorry, I won't tangle up here.
production value, folks.
Is that okay?
Only spent fucking $3,000 on the cameras. The fucking video the side of your shoulder.
I apologise.
It's all good. It's all good.
How can I help you? What do you want?
No, that was great. I genuinely thought that was hilarious. I thought you were very nervous coming into this. You were talking to me beforehand. You said that you were very, very nervous there, and I thought it was great. I thought it was a good premise, and you were true to yourself. You know, that was comedy comes from a real place. You know.
It was a terrible mistake.
Will you do it again?
I'm never doing it again. I mean, it's been anxiety rolling up all week, and now it's just relief. Who can live like that? Why do you do this?
We're all mentally ill.
You should all just quit comedy, honestly. Like, there's no way to live.
Then who would get all the sexual assault allegations?
Brendan's actually shown me his process, and it's not just pointing the camera at people. There's a whole thing of in a Lightroom where you enhance different parts of people's,
Yeah. Well, that's another thing about aiming, right? If aiming's in a photo with somebody else, I have to go into Photoshop and lower the exposure on his face. Because it's highly reflective, I think. It's highly reflective skin, or maybe it emits light, you know?
And he's built like if you rolled a lollipop on a barbershop floor, isn't he? He's like real, for people who don't know, Eamon McElwee is a comedian from Strabane. Quite a thin man, you know. If he turned sideways, he would disappear. That's the only way to describe him, yeah.
He's like a really disappointing angel.
He looks like... like biblically accurate as well. Like.
I edit video for a living, Brendan, as you know, and occasionally I have to stop and masturbate, particularly when I'm editing videos I won't even say. But do you ever have to stop and masturbate while you're editing photographs?
I don't want to talk about my masturbation routines.
You have to. You're in comedy now. You're in Northern Ireland comedy. It's about masturbation, basically.
One in the morning, one at night. But, only during weekdays or like
watching this back's going to be a tough wank, isn't it?
Yeah, fucking hell.
So what's going on with yourself? What do you do outside of this?
Oh, I just fix computers, man. It's not really interesting. There's no comedy value in that.
There's no comedy. Thanks for joining us, man. And what's?
I do Taskmaster as well.
Oh yeah, you ran the Taskmaster in here,
with Mickey.
With Mickey, yeah. Shout out Mickey at the backer, fucking class. Yeah, no, that was great. That was I heard good things about that. So.
And you're on the lookout for a new Taskmaster, actually. Well, I've been told this. I was the Taskmaster for 2 years.
Well, you want to be a contestant, don't you?
I want to be a contestant, so you're on the lookout for a new Taskmaster.
Yeah, so maybe Darren wants to do it. So.
Darren's going to be the Taskmaster! Oh my God, Darren.
You look so excited.
Aye. Oh, fantastic. Very good. Well,
the Taskmaster beater. Fucking.
One thing I wasn't prepared for doing this here, I didn't realise that everyone would be looking at me.
Yeah. What did you expect?
It never occurred to me for a second.
What did
swear to God. Like,
do you think everyone's going to... Right, can everyone face the back wall, please? Brendan's going to come up here and sing about how he hates us.
I know. It crossed my mind initially when I looked out and everyone was looking at me. I thought, everyone please stop looking at me, please. But no, it was okay.
I said them before. I was like, if there's anything you need, let me know. If he'd asked me for that, I'd have fucking killed him. Would you actually try comedy again, or you should try it without the guitar because people hate that.
I can't really play guitar and I can't really sing either. Obviously.
No, he got up with a guitar and he played one note, and I was like, oh God, this fella doesn't play guitar.
That's kind of why I did it, just for.
There's a piano there as well. If you want to fucking try something else.
I used to play a bit of piano, but then I tried to do this bit on the piano, but I realised I can't remember how to do it. So, but this is just finger memory. It's easier. So.
Finger memory, huh? Yeah. Name of my sex tape. Brendan, we really appreciate you getting up and trying. This is your first time doing it then, yeah?
It's the first time, yeah.
Everyone give a big round of applause for Brendan giving it his first time. Brendan O'Connor, everybody!
Thanks for having me, thanks.
No worries, brother.
Okay, keep the applause going, people. Please welcome to the stage the wonderful John Devlin.
What is happening, Bennigans? Time again done. There we go. Fuck. There we go. Nope. Hang on. We're nearly there. There we are. What's happening? So listen, ladies and gentlemen. I was in America there. I was in America. I ended up getting sick in America, and I was bedbound, forced to watch adverts from pharmaceutical companies like AstraZeneca and Pfizer, claiming that they had the cure for illnesses that don't actually exist, you know, like pre-diabetes. What the fuck is pre-diabetes, you know? Sir, you said you're like a doctor, aren't you?
It is.
Close enough, you know. Is pre-diabetes, is it real or?
Just fat people.
Just fat people. Close enough, close enough. But I do remember Declan back there with the hateful bastard. But I remember seeing this one advert, ladies and gentlemen. I remember seeing this one advert, this beautiful lady. Oh my God, she was gorgeous, right? She looked a wee bit like Arlene Foster, you know, but African American, you know. She was basically just like a Protestant Lizzo, you know. And I remember seeing her, and she was standing on this table, ladies and gentlemen. She was standing on this table, and she was looking up into the stars, fucking giving it stacks. She was all fucking. I can't believe that I couldn't see that what I was eating was too sugary. It turns out that I had diabetes, and if I don't change my ways, no surrender, then I'm gonna die soon, you know? But I was like that, so but I was thinking, right, the best way that you could solve all of America's healthcare problems, right, would be to have all of them directed by the DOE. You know the lads who used to make the horrific car crash videos they used to play in the early 2000s just before Postman Pat, right? Just imagine it, right? Just imagine it. Just a man sitting at his table with his family, you know, he's nice, lovely. And then the screen goes black and white. And then you hear it. I can't take my eyes off you now. He gets up from the table, you know. He starts to walk out just for work, and then he looks down and he sees it. Mars bar, you know. He thinks to himself, well, I've already had 3 today. I may as well finish the pack, you know. So he picks it up, he eats it, he walks out, you know. And then he starts to feel this pain in his chest, you know. He starts to, I can't take my eyes off you now. He starts to collapse. And just as he starts to collapse, an entire classroom full of children run out in front of him. You know, just, I can't take, bulldozes, all of them. Just an entire puddle of dead children. You know? Maybe I went too far with that one. But, and then, you know, it sort of cuts 3 months later, you know, him lying in the hospital bed, just his family. These ones wouldn't be my family, but you know, just these lying all around him, you know, and then just sitting there, just fucking. And then 3 words appear on the screen. Shame on you. Every year, a classroom full of children are horrifically murdered due to the effects, or due to somebody falling on them that is suffering from the effects of pre-diabetes. Never, ever eat that extra Mars bar. You fat fuck. Ladies and gentlemen, that's for me. Thank you very much. Oh, hello lads. How are we? What's happening?
Well done, John Delvin. That
Thank
was
you.
beautiful.
Thank
You were quite. I feel like you were influenced by the first 2 acts as well.
Aye.
Brendan with the musical,
It's
very
beautiful.
good, and Declan McBride with the entire classroom full of children being
Aye.
wiped out, you know, as well. Beautiful.
That all
Very
set was
good.
about Declan.
Yeah. And the
Some
Mars
set
bar.
of, you've some set of pipes on you, by
Thank
nice.
you. I know I used to do singing back in the day, you know, I used to do a wee bit of singing, and then I discovered it's shite too, you know what I mean? Like nobody likes, you know, musical comedians. You know what I mean?
That's what we do out here, you know. It's yeah, it's depressing to listen to, you know.
Aye.
Because I came down here listening to the Wu-Tang Clan in the car, and it just
Aye.
doesn't hit the same as John Devlin's pipes, you know.
Musical rappers, is that a thing?
What?
Is there any musical, like comedic rappers? You know what I mean? That'll be a thing for you. You know what I mean? You look like you do have the vibe of a you know, a rapper, a comedy rapper.
Yeah, MC
you know?
shite at this. That's what like. But yeah, no. So, what have you anything to say about his set? I thought I thought the pre-diabetes thing was funny.
Thank you.
The pre-illnesses aren't we all pre-everything technically?
That's what I was thinking.
Unless
does
it's
anybody in here? Well, I was going to ask, does anybody in here have diabetes? But does anybody in here have diabetes? No. Nearly. But you're right. Surely, you know, at some stage, every single person, you know, existing has a pre-version of something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's I don't get why you would call it pre-anything. You know.
Aye.
That's like me being like, I'm a doctor. Like, stupid, like.
What was you were in America? What was there anything about America that shocked you that you weren't expecting?
The crime, you know what I mean? Do you know the weirdest thing about America? Right? Everybody, you know, for everybody in here who smokes a wee bit of reefer or whatever, it's actually I was in New York and it was legal. It's legal over there, right? But the weirdest thing that I saw over there, because there's big head shops, big weed shops, you know, things they got there. The weirdest thing that I saw was drug dealers outside of the weed shops, and it's like I'm definitely not going to trust him. Do you know what I mean? Like.
In America, was that what you did comedy over in America?
I did a small set when I was over there. It was good crack. It's weird. They love the Northern Ireland stuff. They love bombs and stuff. You know, they love Catholics and Protestants. They love all that. Do you know what I mean? But,
it's not too far off this.
Aye, but they didn't love any of the rest of my stuff. You know,
just a Fenian bastard. It's class, you know. But I don't know, man. Have you anything mental going on in your life at the moment?
Not really. I do the old, you know, TikTok and Instagram things like that.
Have any has ever seen John on TikTok before?
Thank you.
You're in Derry. You haven't got it yet. So. TikTok will be here next year for you folks.
I did have a weird experience recently with. I never ever get you know, attention from women or anything like that there. But I did.
Shocker.
I did have one lady like who messaged me. And she was lovely, right? She was absolutely lovely. She messaged me being all like, "Oh, you know, I like your videos. You know, my dad was from Northern. She's from Leeds. She's like, oh, my dad loves your videos. You know, or he's passed now and stuff like that there. And your videos really remind me of him." I was like, "That's lovely." And I was like, my wee brother, he's a big fan. I was like, "That's class." And I was like, "I'll send him a wee video. You know, I'll be nice. I'll send him a wee video." And then I figured I'd follow her back. Right? Didn't think anything of it. Now you'll never catch me dead ever. I've been in a relationship now for 10 years. You'll never. Now it's always on the private, but you'll never catch me dead following anything lewd, right? But this lady, and this blew my mind because I didn't think it existed anymore, was a babe station model, like a real babe station model. And I had to know what the weirdest experience that she ever had was.
What that mouth do?
No, I had to know because like, you always think about it. You know, you never hear anything that they're talking about, but I had to think about it on. Like, so she sent me. She was all like, "I'll send you a video," and I was like, "No test." You know what I mean? Like it's all right. And apparently during the daytime shows of them, they like do it all clothed and stuff, right? But she sent me this one video of this guy. And he's like, he's clearly all fucking, yeah, I'm wanking now. You know what I mean? He's having a go and all the rest. And I didn't realise this. So anyway, he goes up and he finishes his, you know, he finishes his actions. And then afterward, he basically, out of nowhere, he goes, like, I didn't realise after a amount of time, they have to stay on the phones. You know what I mean? They have to stay on, because they can't hang up, because they make money out of it, right? And
is that why they're always just like, you know, twiddling the feet in the air and like vaping mid of it, you know, like they're always just like fucking, you know, yeah, your cock's massive, innit? Crazy.
But afterward, right, he turned around, the guy on the phone, he's just heavy breathing, you know, heavy breathing and stuff, and then out of nowhere he goes, "You're pregnant now." And she's taken back by this. She's all like, right, okay, no bother. And then she turns around and he's like, she throws him through a lip. She's like, "What will we call the baby?" And I didn't know where he just goes. You
gotta ask the important questions.
I don't know. He just goes, Keith. You know what I mean? Weird as fuck. But anyway, so that's my weird experiences on the internet.
Listen, that's fantastic. Thank you for coming out, John Devlin. Everyone, John Devlin!
Okay, people, are we ready for our final act of the first half? Keep clapping. Please welcome to the stage, Owen Curley.
Well, what's happening, folks? Any WWE fans in the room? Give it up for adult virgins, everybody. No, but everybody here, I'm assuming, has heard of John Cena. Probably the biggest name in the UFC. Big movie star. Big guy in general. Big in China. Well, he's turned heel. One of John Cena's main gimmicks, well, I don't want to call it a gimmick because it's nice, but is being helping out with the Make-A-Wish Foundation. John Cena, he goes and visits a lot of children who are terminally ill and dying. And I'm just hoping that his turn to villainy isn't going to affect that too much. What the fuck's he going to do now? Turn up to the pediatric cancer ward and slap wee Timmy along his bald leukemia head? Just saying, like. Shit. Anyway, speaking of children in need, Africa has not been doing well. Still, a lot of wars and distended bellies out there. Horrible, true tragedy, and it's a shame because they're great people, great people, hard-working people. Honestly, I think we should take as many of them as want to come here, because just look at their record now. They've been in Derry about 2 weeks. The mayor's already African. There's an African shop. There's an African takeaway. My bloodline has been here for hundreds of years. Fuck all they show for it. Peasants 400 years ago. Peasants now. Probably going to be peasants in the future. I should really have a wee medieval peasant bowl cut, to be honest. But what are you going to do? But anyway, African Takeaway opened in the town recently, and one of the boys I work with tried it, came into me, complaining about it the next day. He got a rice, chicken dish, and an African sugarcane drink, and came in, oh, it's too spicy, it's too dry, it's too this, it's too that. I was like, brother, I don't know what you were expecting. The people aren't even known for eating food, never mind fucking cooking it. Some of you are looking at me like I'm a racist now, and that couldn't be further from the truth. After all, my dog's black, and I've only called him the N-word a handful of times. No, would never. My dog's lovely. Moving on. I like to see conspiracies come in full circle, and one of my favourite ones is back when Michael Jackson was everybody's favourite, there was the naysayers that were saying that guy's a toucher. Then he got took to court, and people were saying crazy things in public, running him under the ground, and then those very same people that said that guy's a pedo decided, no, there's a huge conspiracy against MJ, and he's not. But I think no matter what anyone says, Michael Jackson, 100% molester, and here's why. Bro had his own private theme park and petting zoo. Case closed. Adult, private. That's the dream of every child, and also every pedo. There's pedos out there in the wilderness right now with a bag of sweets, praying for their own private theme park. Boys sitting outside primary schools in white vans full of imaginary puppies. Michael Jackson was out there with his own private petting zoo. I'm going to end on this because I'm going to get close to that 5-minute mark. So, how many priests does it take to change a light bulb? None. They're just going to molest a pile of boys in the dark.
Well, hi everyone. I had the wrong button there. I was meant to hit the fucking...
You were waiting to do that too.
I was, my finger was fucking itching that entire
I could
time.
see it.
Owen, what's the crack?
Very little, hey.
We were talking outside. You're stoned out of your head.
Still am.
I loved it. I seen him look at his hand, and in my head, I was just going, he has nothing written on his hand.
That's all smudged now, but so
So what's the crack with you? Anything going on with you, or
just working. Hey,
working? What do you
back
do?
days. Work in a factory. Just building doors. They put on panels for switchgear, which probably means nothing to anybody here.
You're cool, man.
So you don't like African food? You don't like African food? No.
I didn't
Bit of
say
jollof
it.
rice.
I didn't say it.
What was? But
My-
you're
my
promoting
colleague-
all
my
these
colleague.
African food places. And you saying that there's no like of your self-proclaimed peasant food establishment.
I wasn't complaining.
But if you were to have your own peasant food establishment, what would it be?
Boiled boots.
Boiled boots. Boiled boots.
Peasant food.
And it would have a bit of, wouldn't be as dry as the old African shite. No.
That'll be much worse.
It would be
Much worse.
right.
It's a boiled boots. What can you do with it?
You are fucking stoned, baby. Mate, honestly, have you ever had a fucking boiled Doc Martin? Think about it.
He's limited me to peasant food.
That's class. You were talking about, I actually liked the bit you did about, your set was great, by the way, but I love the bit you did about John Cena having a villain arc. And you know what the worst thing he could do to a child? They were like,
I don't want to think about it.
my one wish, if I'm going to die in 6 months, my one wish is to meet John Cena. And he just goes, you can't see me. You can have that one.
I was worried actually that you were that you were going to be a Michael Jackson lover, you know, after all that stuff about African people's food. You were going to be like, oh, it's okay as long as I like black people as long as they're white.
He had us in the first half, but saved it in the second.
If you're thinking about being my baby, you know, it don't matter. But anything mad going on in your life at the minute? What's the love life like?
Good. Plan to move to Amsterdam hopefully next year with the woman there
I
at
was
the
going to
back.
say, what's your love life? I'm moving to Amsterdam. I'm going to get my hole. No, so you and the woman, how long you've been going out?
Like a year and a couple of months.
A year, and you're moving to fucking Amsterdam? Fair play.
It's a good spot.
Very nice, right? I looked
Said
over,
it was
I
stoned
looked
out the
over,
back.
I was gangster, fair play to you. No, it's class, man. Fair play to you. That's what do you plan on doing over there? Have you work or anything lined up? Or?
He's got a restaurant. He's got
Dutch love that shit, don't they? Fucking, that's where all the stone people eat. That's what it is. That's class, man. So have you like accommodation and all already sorted, or?
No, I'm not going to move until next year. I'm saving up to go.
Oh, you're saving up at the
I'm
minute,
not
you're
planning to work too hard over there. I want to have saved enough money where I can just work part time for maybe 6 months or a year out there.
You're the right height to be a fucking Dutch person, so
That's why I like it.
what are you going to do about all the bikes? You ever notice a
I
lot of
love them.
fucking bikes? Anyone here been to Amsterdam? Give me a shout. Yeah, whole room, fucking anything to get out of Derry, man. Just, but no, I always notice, and I know it's like a world-renowned thing. It scares the shit out of me how ignorant they are on the bikes. Why are they like that? Tell me you're moving there. Tell me why.
That's what I like about it. Honestly, they see people that fuel their economy and they say, "Fuck you! I'm gonna run you over with a bike. Get the fuck out of my way."
They're class for playing them. Well, here, have you anything coming up or anything, or?
No.
I haven't seen you in a while. I don't think I've seen you since like fucking Letterkenny, like a year or two ago. Yeah.
A long break there.
Yeah, you didn't have a fucking mullet back then. It's crazy. Yeah, but here, listen, fucking class to see you back in. Did everyone give it up for Owen Curley, everyone?
Class Club Roll Run. Please welcome to the stage wonderful Margot Carl.
Fucking wonders will never cease. It never fell over the night, you bastard. Anyway, move this thing out of the way. And I'm not going to say the fucking hack line, but there you go. What am I going to tell you about tonight? I am the token woman here tonight, so yay! And, well, I'm half real anyway, like half fake and half real. Oh, anyway, my body has been really good to me for the last, 6 months or so. But I'm getting up and... I'm being papped as well. I love that sound. Click, 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 click. Yes, darlings. Yes, I'm here all week. Tip your waiters. Anyway, my name is Margot Carr, and I'm not terribly popular with me siblings. Cian Carr, Minnie Carr, and I own a car. My dad was a pain in the arse. He was mad about cars. My mum was exhausted. Fuck's sake. And I'm learning how to drive at the minute. Yay! I've been learning for the last, 35 years, something like that. But actually, I haven't killed anybody yet, so I'm doing well. I used to live in the Big Smoke in Dublin, and I couldn't drive when I was there, so I travelled in the bus a lot. I find it's the only way you can wake up next to a man. But I was on the game show. Oh, actually, no, before I go any further. There is a sex shop in Derry now, isn't there? Yes. Yes. Yes, thank you. Thank you for that, random woman, and thank you for answering. But Dublin's fucking full of them. Absolutely full of them. And the first one I went into was absolutely gorgeous. Loads of stuff, loads and loads of stuff. And it was rather dark and it smelled nice. I don't know what they were doing before I was in there, but when I came in, it still smelled nice. So, and ladies and gentlemen, there was loads of stuff there. The best thing I ever saw. Spray-on latex. Would one can be enough? Anybody can wear it. Anybody can wear it. And as I say, I didn't actually get anything when we first... Oh, actually, that was what there was there. There was Norma Jean and her squirting G-spot. Didn't say what she was squirting. But I went shopping for my first thong with my granny, the way you do. And so my granny whips it out of my hand and goes, "What's that thing? Sure, there's no heat in them." I said, "No, Granny, but they do make pretty good dental floss." But anywho's, it's yes, it's wonderful. My granny was an absolute pain in the arse, so she was. I don't think she ever wore. In fairness, she was right. There is no fucking heat in a thong. And God Almighty, anytime I wear one, I look like I've been riding a fat horse. So it's an image that you don't want to take home with you tonight, ladies and gentlemen. And what else am I going to tell you about myself? Oh yes, as I was talking about my body. My body tried to kill me 4 years ago, so I am a great one. Oh, actually, any anti-vaxxers in? Get the fuck! I'll talk to you afterwards, and if I've got a knife handy, watch out. I don't give a fuck. I need all the drugs I can get. So, as I say, I'm completely up to my eyeballs and medication, and I'll go for all my mammograms, as my ma used to say to me, but sure, them things will give you cancer. But I still went ahead, and I still actually, yes, well, I did get cancer, but I don't think it was from mammograms. Thanks very much. Yo, tip your waiters. Remember, folks, they don't get paid enough. So anyway, as I say, I had to have an operation to have this one removed, and I've still got this one. So, as I say, now I have to wear a piece of plastic all the time, piece of rubber. There's a fucking prosthesis thing that's heavier than my fucking leg, but I can't wear it too often. But now, if there's a session, a wee session going in any of the pubs, I can play along too, so I can go anywhere with it, so it's kind of brilliant. And after the right one, and I fucking breastfed too, ladies and gentlemen. It was supposed to stop me getting breast cancer, but that's a load of balls. In fairness, she ate more off of the left than the right. And did you know that there was 2 different flavours as well? That's supposed to be raspberry ripple, and that one was probably vanilla. But in any case, I am kind of socialist in my policies. Good man, Mr. Corbyn. So now I can always say I was more of a left tit than I ever was, and I still am a left tit, and I'll always be a left tit. So thank you very much. You've been lovely. Thank you.
Margaret Carr, everyone.
Thank you, Justin.
You went over your time a bit, but I was hardly going to fucking hit the button when she's talking about breast cancer. That's like, what kind of message would that send? You know, Margaret, don't take this wrong. Don't take this wrong way. Do you have a therapy pet?
I probably do. Yes, I do. Yeah.
You look like you have a therapy pet. I don't know how to explain that, but Sorry.
No, he needs therapy because he's with me. Yeah, so, yeah.
So you're
Maybe
learning
we
to
class.
drive, Margot.
Yes, I am.
Remembered I recommended you my driving instructor
did indeed, yes.
as revenge. So it took him 3 times to get me the test. How do you find the driving?
I love it. I love it now. I love it because I am. Because I see some fucking bizarre stuff going on every day. People standing out in front of you. People don't, as you said, I know it's part of your joke, but nobody in this town fucking indicates. So it's like you're always kind of going, I'm going to leave a bit of space. And if you're anyway slow or leaving the amount of space, the amount of bastards that are going around beep, 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 or cutting in. So, but that's okay. I'm enjoying it now.
See, the first time I came to Derry, I was afraid you drove on the wrong side of the road. I genuinely, the first time I came to Derry was for the first time you booked me for this room. And I was genuinely, this is how stupid I am. I thought you drove on the fucking right-hand side of the road up here. And I was, yeah. But it doesn't say anything. I also thought, that's Strabane. It doesn't, I also thought when you were filling out a form and you seen the NA, I thought that meant North Armagh. So, anyway. But, so you actually had breast cancer?
I did, yeah.
You're all clear now, are you?
I'm all clear, but I'm still on the fucking horrible medication that makes me want to kill and throw, and it's thrown me back into the menopause as well. So it's fucking hilarious.
And menopause and breast cancer.
Yes, and perimenopause back again. It's on.
Show us. Show. I'm on.
So you said that you were told that if you breastfed, it would be preventative against breast cancer, and it lowered the risk.
You're a doctor.
Yeah. But you didn't say. Did you say which? Which breast did the baby? Was it the one that got the cancer, or was it the one?
Well, she had off of both of them, but at the same time, she was hanging off of the left one more often because I didn't want her to fall out of the bed. Because I wasn't healthy enough to be one of these breastfeeding mothers with her up here at my fucking chin. So I wasn't able to hold her up that much. So I always had her in here. So that one did more work than that one. So in the end up, I had a bigger one and a smaller one. But then the smaller one was the one that got the cancer anyway. But I did feed her on both because it used to be like, I did 14 months, so I think I did long enough. Like, thank you.
Does everybody in here know if they were breastfed? Hands up if you know you were breastfed.
1,
Constance.
2,
My
3.
ma drank with me in the womb, so...
Fetal alcohol syndrome.
That's what they call it, yeah. So fucking 1-0.
I think my mum smoked when she was pregnant with us.
Oh,
as
she
well.
did that too, yeah. She tells me as well. She goes, Justin, by the way, I hope you know I smoked with you in the womb. And I'm like, fuck up, stop telling people. Bitch. That's crazy. No, fair play to you for getting out the other end of that. That's great, No
worries. Now I don't give a fuck what I say to anybody because it's like, and I don't even need alcohol anymore because I'm still on the fucking medication. But
so that's actual real science. Breastfeeding reduces breast cancer.
It is supposed to be, but it
ring my
didn't fucking
girlfriend
work
real
for
quick
me.
here. Hold on, just see if she's busy.
But
that's crazy. Have you anything mental going on in your life, bar that or?
Aye, my daughter's just been on the spectrum for the first time. I only have the one chick. She's absolutely amazing, but she's absolutely fantastic. She's the smartest person I've ever met in my whole fucking life.
Autistic people are like that.
Yeah, she's amazing. I'm like going, how did this Wayne come out of me?
What's her thing? Like, what's her
Oh, she's big into computers and she's big into animation and she's like 3D stuff and coding and. What is it? She was doing animation.
Doctor Who? No Doctor Who?
No, she doesn't. No.
Oh, right.
She
She's
doesn't know
not
anybody.
autistic then. Fuck's sake. She's putting it on to get extra benefits. That's what she's doing.
She's like, I can name every colour of the rainbow. Fucking DLA, please. I think we're all a bit on the spectrum, aren't we?
Well, I mean, that's how I found out that I was, because I was kind of going, Jesus, could that have been something to do with me? She didn't like it off the stones.
You should have went to the other breast. Just one breast. Shouldn't she have been more binary?
Oh, fucking hell. Yeah.
Here, listen, Margot, you've been absolute great crack. We appreciate you coming up here. Everyone give it
No
up for Margot
problem.
Carr.
Thank you.
Okay, keep clapping, people. Keep clapping. Please welcome to the stage, wonderful Robbie Mulry.
Yes, thank you. Whoa. Guys, I just celebrated 5 years with my girlfriend. Thank you. And you know, like any couple, when me and my girlfriend first stayed in a hotel together, we were very excited. Like, I don't want to get too graphic, but let's just say she couldn't wait to pack my tiny complimentary shampoo bottle into her travel bag. When we got to that hotel room, we were going at it big time. Like, we did it so many times in that hotel room and for so long. Eventually, there was a complaint made about it. That's right. Apparently, I hadn't made her finish once. All right, that's the first time that's bombed, class. No, it was supposed to be a romantic hotel stay, but when we first got to our hotel room, there was already shit in the toilet. Already shit in the toilet. I don't know who was more shocked, me or the guy still on the toilet. It was also supposed to be like a restful, relaxing experience, but unfortunately there was a bar right outside our hotel room that would blast music every night till 3 a.m. Just blasting music, this bar. It was the worst. So now me and my girlfriend are waking up every morning exhausted from doing cocaine in that bar. But I'm surprised we've been together for 5 years because we were only a month into the relationship when she found out that my cousin was a professional footballer. I was gonna tell her my cousin was a wildly successful athlete once we'd been together a bit longer. You know, she was working the reception desk at the hotel his team were staying at, so my family texted him. They were like, why don't you go up and introduce yourself as Robbie's cousin? What that really meant was, why don't you go up and introduce doubt into the relationship before it even really starts? Like my girlfriend didn't know when we got together that my cousin got paid hundreds of thousands a year to kick a football. For reference, when we got together, I was still trying to kick a drug addiction. Now I'm at home trying to convince her, like, my thing was harder to kick. Like, I don't... You know, he has thousands of fans chanting his name when he kicks his thing. All I had was 2 concerned parents and a therapist, so... But I did. I used to mess about with drugs when I was younger, but I don't anymore. And like one time, I was supposed to go and see JLS with my girlfriend, the boy band JLS. And she was really excited to go, and I really was going to go with her. But before we even arrived at the venue, I blacked out from drugs and alcohol just so I wouldn't have to see fucking JLS. But no, I wanted to say this. I wanted to admit this. The only reason I ever really messed about with drugs was because I was looking for a way out of going to see JLS that one time. And but no, it could have been worse. It could have been far worse. Like, I used to hang out with this druggy friend of a friend, right? Same age as me, who started injecting heroin. And sounds bad, but as bad as my drug problem was, because I hung out with him, at least I know I never once injected heroin without company. I mean, he was always there for it. That was new. At least that got a laugh. But you know, I'll leave you with this. I remember one of the weirdest times I ever bought drugs. Got into this dealer's car. I remember he was listening to Coldplay and had his little 5 to 10-year-old daughter in the back in a booster seat. It's messed up. Like, what kind of man goes out to sell drugs on the streets and thinks to himself, you know what? Coldplay. I'll leave you on that. Thanks, guys.
Robbie Mulry, everyone! Take a wee step back there for my brother. Take a wee step back. fuck up, Jesus. Who gives a fuck? No. What's the crack, Robbie?
Yeah, all good. How are you?
Are you Margot's child by any chance?
I don't think so. Maybe I am, yeah.
The autism. No, sorry. Laugh before I kill myself. No, what age are you, Robbie?
22. I was going to say guess, but that would have been weird of me to say.
3. Do you know what I noticed about it? Your set was great, by the way. I thought that was fantastic. How long have you been doing comedy?
5 months.
5 months?
5 months.
We'll give a big round of applause for 5 months. Yeah. You seem to like know what you're doing with the joke. When you write a joke, you know where to write the punchline and stuff. That's great. It's observation. You've also a massive Adam's apple. It's like a fucking. Can you turn sideways for us, please? Just. It's like an fucking Adam's watermelon.
Thanks, guys.
Huge, bro. How do you swallow?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I swallow like weights.
You did the fucking cinnamon challenge, no problem, man.
Yeah.
No, that's the first time I've actually seen you do stand up, man. That's great. What do you think, Rory?
Fantastic, yeah. I mean, Margot's breastfeeding obviously helped an awful lot. Why did you have to fucking give
I sure
her
laugh at that one.
cancer? You know, that's awful. But I love that you talk about hotels. I have a lovely fascination with hotels as well. The Shining. I love empty hotels.
California.
Yeah, I never ever want to leave hotels. They're fantastic. Is that your best hotel experience that you had? With the shite.
Well, I stayed in a hotel down the road because I was up here recently during the storm. Big storm. Forget.
Was it that one that's like out that like fucking miles out the road there, and it's just on its own? It's like a.
Well, no, this one was quite close, but that sounds like somewhere
Fuck
I
me
would
then.
want to stay.
Are you a paedophile hunter?
No, not yet.
No, he's the guy that they get to like drop them.
Because my priest is very annoyed at you. Very annoyed.
Robbie's the one to send in and go, he'll go for you, quick.
Yeah.
No, I stayed in it. The first time I did this gig, I thought I was like, fuck, I've made it. I'm gigging in Derry. So I stayed in a hotel. Can't remember the name of it. Eva or something?
Everglades.
Everglades, that's
Yeah.
the fucking one. And I was just sitting on my own eating a fucking steak in the restaurant part of it. And some fella came up and was like, oh, fucking, what are you staying here for? Hi, or whatever he said. It was something in Spanish, I don't know. And I was like, oh, I'm doing comedy. And he was like, have you seen the Derry Girls mural? And I was like, fuck. Yeah, you know. But what's the crack? You said you have a girlfriend?
I have a girlfriend, yes.
How long you've been dating?
Just over 5 years, thank you.
5
Someone
years?
was listening.
Is that her?
Yeah. No.
She run a German comedy club by any chance? No,
No, she doesn't.
So you're 5 years? Fuck me. So you were dating quite young then?
17. Yeah, 17.
And what age was she when you started dating?
She's older.
She's older?
Older, yeah.
So you were 17, she's a paedophile. That's,
Yes.
So if she was older...
Going back to the paedophile.
Hold on a second here, folks. Math's not mathing here. 17, you're underage, right?
Well, not yeah. Well,
So what age was she?
She was 17, and then she turned 18.
Oh,
and then
right,
I also
okay.
turned
So it's
18.
like a few months type thing.
Yeah.
Was that like a Romeo and Juliet law or something that's called? I don't know. Not that I know anything about paedophilia. No, it's crazy. And what's your weirdest sex move?
Oh,
How do you keep it fresh after 5 years, man?
don't
Pegging.
know. A lot of doggy, like
A lot of talking.
that's about it.
You are a white man, Jesus. No, that's good. Have you anything mental going on recently, or?
Nah, about to finish uni. Haven't been in ages, so that's good.
Can you just clock in and out like going to one of them hop on, hop off?
What are you doing at uni? Did you have to be there for ages?
Well, you're supposed to be a sports science. It's sports
Oh,
science.
okay.
yeah,
Well,
yeah,
you don't have to do it. That's all right.
What's the plan after that then? What's like the? Is it I'll go do sports science and then I'll do comedy the rest of my life?
Yeah, no, it was more just like sports science was something that was interesting. Like if I have to get a job, I'll do something with that to
Yeah, I
make
get
some
you.
money.
No, that's cool, man. Fair play to you. Let's make some money.
Yeah,
Sports science, man. You're going
Yeah,
to be
there's
a PE
none of it.
teacher.
yeah. Unfortunately,
Yeah. No, so what made you stop it then? What, like, did you just clock out or?
started doing this, and I was like, this is just it's more fun. Like I'd rather like do more of this than do more sports science.
And where are you from?
Hollywood.
Hollywood?
Yeah,
I'm sorry to hear about that.
that's just fun.
No, so did you live out in Hollywood?
Yeah.
I tried to book Derry comedians for this. Fuck you, you fucking lamb
I don't
bastard.
know.
Money's on money wine. Yeah. No, that's good. So you travelled out here for this? Yeah, fucking everyone give a round of applause for Robbie. Fucking job well done.
You don't win anything, Robbie.
Yeah, that's fine.
No, listen, Robbie, I hope you keep doing your thing because I thought that was phenomenal and I see you about in the comedy scene a lot. So everyone give it up one more time for Robbie Mulray.
Thank you.
Keep the applause going, ladies and gentlemen. Please welcome to the stage, Jamie Rogers.
Well, Bennigans, what's the crack? Oh, fuck. Aye. I just want to get something out of the way here, folks, before we start, because Robbie's asked me about 3 times to do him 3 for 100. I know it might look like it, but I'm not a fucking drug dealer, alright? Don't know if you could tell, folks, but I was a wee bit nervous about coming up here tonight. I was that nervous I decided to go and get this here haircut. Went up to the barber and I says, you know, give me the fucking usual, you know, just a short back and barcode, like. And he kind of got it right, like, but he gave me this wee fucking poofy coif, and I don't know how the fuck to feel about it. But he gave me that there, and then he gave me a wee fucking side order of white trash as well. You know what I mean? Cunt me out here looking like a smacked out Kid Rock. You know what I mean? But I suppose to tell you a wee bit about me, folks. I'm from Donegal. Cheers. But no, I don't want you to hang in Donegal like fucking like no electricity or fucking Wi-Fi or nothing like. But I'm only about 10 minutes out the road there, really. Like just a wee hop, skip, and a jump over the border. Like, you know, you can hear the troubles, but you can't see them. Brilliant, But it's a confusing place to grow up as a child, you know, like being out in Donegal, but like being so close to the border as well. Like for example, like you could fucking drive 10 minutes up the road one way down south, and there's a sign on the side of the road that just says Spuds. Spuds. Don't know if they're fucking selling them, eating them, or fucking bucking them. You don't know, like. And then, like for example, you go 10 minutes up the road the other way over the border, and there's a sign that says "Touts will be shit." That's confusing as fuck. Like growing up, I didn't know if I should be like learning to drive a tractor or fucking joyride a Translink bus. Confusion as fuck, hey. We don't have very long, so we'll just get straight into this here. Porn, folks. Trying to go off the fucking porn, hey. What'd you say your name was, sir? Ruben. Yeah, you into the old porn, are you? Where do you frequent? What's your go-to site? Fuck you, horny, who are you, sir? Jesus Christ. But no, like I'd be kind of a Pornhub man myself, you know, fucking just vanilla, like. But like, porn's fucking, it's getting fucking weird nowadays. Like, it's fucking scary as fuck, man. Like as I say, when I was growing up, like Pornhub was like your safe haven. Do you know what I mean? Then you had all your fucking dodgy websites for your real ropey stuff, like your fucking like your 2 girls 1 cup. One man, 1 jar. Did you ever see that one? Rough. But like as I say, Pornhub was your safe haven, like. But it's not like that nowadays, Ruben. Rocked up onto the hub there the last day, sir. First video that popped up. Stepmother fucks stepdaughter. And the 2 of these cunts had a bigger dick than me. That's fucking wanking in 2025 for you folks. Don't get me fucking started on teenagers too. Teenagers, they're fucking spoiled for choice when it comes to porn nowadays. Like you've your OnlyFans and fucking like Uber Eats and all that fucking shit. Anybody in here like have teenagers? You do, Margot? Just plug them for a wee minute. They're dirty fucking bastards, so they are. They fucking practice more porn than what they watch, to be quite honest with you. It's like cheers. You're fucking brilliant with the timing, Justin. But like they're fucking dirty bastards. A friend of mine, right, she works in a teenage disco, and the fucking stuff she comes home from work and tells me, it's mental, like fucking one's over in the corner fucking fitter, and one's going into the toilet to get fucking fittered away, and it's rotten, like back when I was growing up there about 5 years ago. Like when I went to teenage disco, like you'd be lucky to even fucking graze a tit. Do you know what I mean? And if you did, you'd be fucking top G to all boys for about 5 weeks. But no, teenage discos are fucking shite nowadays too. I'm always getting kicked out. That's me, folks.
Jimmy Rogers, everyone! Jamie, if I had to put money on anyone tonight coming up and talking about footern and porn, it would have been you, man.
Cheers, they give off that kind of vibe, do you?
Such a beautiful way of doing it, though.
It is,
you know, if it was a competition for beautiful way of doing footering, you know, it would be you, Jamie. Definitely be the winner.
The name of your solo show should be fucking footern and spuds.
Many years of practice, sir.
Once footern in the corner, that would be good. Yeah. Or barber, that'd be a good name for your barbers as well. Yeah.
Footer with my hair there, would you? So you said you're from Letterkenny, yeah?
No, don't
say that about him, Jesus.
Oh, man, he's not driving the right-hand side of the road. How am I supposed to know fucking...
That's like telling a man from the bog he's from fucking Galia or something like that. You know what I mean? No, I'm from a wee village there, just about 10 minutes out the road, Newton Cunningham. Just kind of bang in between.
Hey.
Or is you getting your dick sucked tonight?
Well, he's to get a lift home, like, and he hasn't given me any money, so...
Diesel's not free. So you're actually into your cars, I know this about you. You're into the boat there?
Love them, sir.
What are you driving at the minute?
This probably means nothing to you, like, but a BMW E46.
BMW E40. Yeah. I seen that play for Celtic, no? No.
Nah.
No, right, okay. And what is it, fast?
Oh, sir. Paul's like a train, sir.
And that's your culty moment of the night. So what would you say is the most culty thing about you, bar the car? Because I would say you're up there, like...
Probably the accent, like, because it's definitely not the fucking clothing, you know, is it?
Oh, well, yeah. You dress like you're about to deal me turf. That's what it is. Like. 3 for 1, mate. 3 for 1.
Jimmy, 30 years ago was the last time I was in a barber's. So I don't know much about them, but like since I was 18 years old, you know, they've changed an awful lot. I mean, they're you get beers now, you get a whole different experience. There's one's footering in the corner. I mean, you know, it's amazing.
It's an extra $5 for that, but
yeah. It's
he pays
free beer. You know, that's good. So what have you ever had any mad experiences in barbers?
I do.
Well, don't keep us waiting.
Me and a friend went to a barber's one time in Letterkenny. I'm not even going to say shout Letterkenny because it's Kip. But we went down to a barber's one time, and it was just me and my friend on there, like, and it was Turkish barber, like, boss man. And fucking went down to the barber, and he sat me down or whatever, and he decided to just fucking put on the radio as barbers do, like. But like it's normally fucking background music, like, do you know what I mean? But this cunt fucking put the music on full blare, and just fucking the tunes were blaring out, hey, and the cunt, he could have fucking auditioned for Grease or something, the way he was fucking dancing about this place, hey. But it was the first time it took an hour and a half to cut my hair, because for a good hour and 25 minutes he was just fucking dancing around me, like. But that's probably the maddest experience I've had in the barber.
Beautiful.
It's a real low bar, isn't it? Fella's just jumping around. Yes.
That was a bit weird.
Was he doing gear or anything, or?
No, but he had the fucking what do you call it? The fucking straight razor.
Straight razor.
He had the fucking straight razor in his hand, like doing fucking like switchblade moves and all, dancing the pitbull and stuff.
He doesn't use that to give you the poofy quiff, then. No.
No. I'm getting that cut off tomorrow. Don't worry.
Have you just come up here and realised you're like, this haircut's not for me? That's
no, fucking been experimenting there, as you can fucking see. And
you said that like it was like, you know, like being bisexual in uni. That's what it was like. Just been experimenting, you know. Can you shake your head for us like this? Just look at that, gorgeous. Maybe it's Maybelline or whatever it is.
Can you shake your head first? Take a hat off.
Fuck up, you look like something a vet would have to put down.
and you look like a vet.
I told him not to fucking roast me. I'd kill him. Supposed to look good during this, and nobody's even laughing at me. But no. So anything mental coming up for you, or any exciting things happening? Any holidays? Talking to him like he's a barber.
No, I've actually, funny enough, I've never left the country, like, but...
Have you not actually?
Never, sir.
No, we need fucking pool money. Here, get your wallets out. We're sending this fella to Tenerife for some fucking...
Sure, it's all just fucking Bundoran, but warmer, isn't it?
Aye. Good man, don't be going. What do you want to go to them old foreign places like that for? Like the granny
Ibiza's
used
just
to say.
Donegal with more tan people, that's it.
Exactly.
Oh, Jesus, that's hilarious. But no, so that's grand. How long have you been doing comedy now? You took a bit of a hiatus there.
I fucking started around this time 2 years ago, but if you could even really count this year at all, like I've maybe done about 3 or 4 gigs this year.
Yeah, well, listen, I want you to keep doing it because I like you, bro. You're a fucking good lad. So I want everyone to give it up one more time for Mr. Jamie Rogers.
Keep it going, ladies and gentlemen. Please welcome to the stage the wonderful Mike Carlisle.
All right. Give us a big cheer if you've had a vasectomy. On my own. Well, that's what I'm going to talk about tonight. I have 3 children, so I decided it was about time to get the vasectomy. And what I learned something very important during this experience. And bear in mind that I have at one time been the father of 3 different newborn children. I found out that there is no sleep more elusive and more fragile than that of the night before someone takes a scalpel to your buttocks. I got down to the hospital and they gave me the gown and they said, there's your hospital bed, you can take off your clothes, put that gown on, we'll whip the curtain around you. And I did all that, took it all off. And I was sitting there basically naked on the end of this hospital bed behind this flimsy curtain, and I was feeling a wee bit vulnerable, to be honest with you. And then it got worse because I heard these 2 nurses down at the nurses' station, and they were talking about a comedy gig that they had been to 2 weeks before in Macrofelt featuring Dina Doherty and Paddy McDonnell. And the reason this piqued my interest is that 2 weeks before I had performed at a comedy gig in Macrofelt between Dina Doherty and Paddy McDonnell. And the 2 weeks before in Macrofelt at a gig with Dina Doherty and Paddy McDonnell, I died on my ass. I played the 10 minutes of silence, a little bit like this. And I thought, as if this isn't bad enough, I'm already sort of panicking about getting a vasectomy, and now this is the situation in which I get noticed and for the very first time for being a comedian. I could just see the Belfast Live headline just in my mind, you know, local wannabe comic gets a snip to avoid creating unfunny children. So they were chatting away, and I was just intensely eavesdropping in this conversation, just waiting for the moment when one of them said, and the guy in the middle that was rubbish, he's in bed number 6 right now. So I was listening just the most intently I've ever listened to anything in my life. And 3 minutes passed, and 4 minutes passed, and 5 minutes passed, and the topic changed. And there was no mention of me whatsoever. And the only thing that an egotistical performer hates more than being slagged off behind his back is being completely unrecognised and unnoticed. So I thought, that's it, I'm not having this. So I popped my head out of the curtain and I said, excuse me, either of you know, is it okay if I go to the toilet before this operation? They barely even looked around. They went, aye, on down the corridor there, mate, on you go. I thought, I'm not having this, that's it, right? So I just jumped out really dramatically and just walked past them with a wee jaunty step in my gait, made sure I got them eye contact, didn't notice at all. So that's it. I'll just have to come up with some, you know, some stuff off the top of my head. What have I got? What have I got? Hospital gown. Here, well, what's the deal with these hospital gowns not meeting at the back, eh? Who commissioned this design? P. Diddy? Nothing. I got the reception of a pork chop at a vegan bar mitzvah. But the one really stood out to me that day was the aftercare moment, because they gave me a little leaflet and they said, look, you need to read that, but there's 2 bits of information that you really need to know before you leave this hospital. The first one is, try not to get that area wet for at least 12 hours. So no problem, it's a good bit of information. Then they said this, second bit of information is, try not to get hit in that area for the next 3 days.
for the next 3 days. A medical professional gave me the advice to try to not get hit in this area for the next 3 days. This person went to years and years of training of human biology to advise me to try and not get hit in this area for the next 3 days. I know that men, we like to just get into our little tribes about different things, what football teams we like, what bands we like, but most of us don't need to be told to try to not get hit in this area for the next 3 days. That is the one thing that unites all of mankind. We don't like getting hit in this area, no matter how many days it is preceding or after having a vasectomy. There are 3 things that all incel men fear above all else. Number 1 is strong, confident women. Number 2 is the end of the Fast and Furious saga. And number 3 is getting hit in the balls. Am I right, Justin?
That's right.
Is that my time? Oh.
Michael, everyone. That was a great bit, Mike.
Thank you.
I love that. The Fast and Furious saga. By what will they do next?
I don't know.
That's
probably 11.
What do you do for a living, Mike?
I am a primary school teacher.
So you decided to have a vasectomy?
Yes, but there's enough of them in the world.
Okay.
Can't be getting any of them kids pregnant. Sorry, it's terrible. Mike, I ran into you a few weeks ago in a.
Oh yes.
You used to do a joke about a Le Creuset dish.
Yes.
You've all heard of a Le Creuset dish. Middle class people have.
No one's ever heard of a Le Creuset dish.
I only recently found out what it actually was, and it was only because I ran into you in that. Where was it? I ran into
the hotel in the Mavati, Roe Park.
Roe Park, and shout out Roe Park massive. The Roe Park Hoods. But I thought it was so you because I had to Google while you were sitting like behind me. You were going for pints with a mate.
Yes.
In like a resort. And I went, I need to find out what a fucking Le Creuset dish is. Found out it's the most middle class shit I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yes, and he was a Methodist minister.
Was he actually? Yeah, you kind of look like, I know it's a running joke, but you look like if Walter White became a minister instead of a drug dealer.
I think that's the least middle class I've ever seen you on stage, actually, Mike.
Yeah.
Normally you're very middle. Is that good? Yeah. Is that good? Yeah.
Fuck you, right?
Normally you're so middle class. Mike's so middle class that you remember years ago they got rid of all the recipes on the BBC website, and there were 15 different lasagna recipes, and they put it down to 1. In Mike's house, that was called the Purge.
It's like a DUP nightmare.
It was a sad day in the Carlisle household.
So
you think I'm dropping the tongue too much, Rory?
Not at all. No,
I think it suits you, man. I think you're
bit
good
of variety. Yeah.
I'm afraid to even compliment you. Rory will fucking take the head out of me. It's because you look like stunt doubles of each other, for fuck's sake. But what have you anything mental going on in your life at the minute?
I mean, I'm a primary school teacher with 3 kids. It's all mental.
You're just surrounded by them. Man.
Yeah.
It's dangerous behaviour. So what's the worst thing you've ever seen in the school? So when I was in school, I brought a pellet gun into school one time. That was crazy. What would you do if you seen a kid with a pellet gun?
Run. But it's I'm a culture school, so they're all like super well behaved and all.
Spud gun.
It's spud guns. Yeah.
So they're all super well behaved.
They honestly are. Like,
and there's not just one who's like
Well, there's every few years there's like one who stands out, but it's only because like he occasionally swears or stuff like that. It's not like being in the city.
You are middle class, man. I'm pretty sure there's a dead body lying in my school from whenever I was there.
Have you watched Adolescence yet?
No.
You haven't?
I haven't.
Oh my God! How dare you be working the kids and not working Adolescence? I'm gonna ring the police on you.
I've heard so much about it that I feel like I need to like psych. I will. This isn't gonna be funny, but I will cry the whole way through that. You know what I mean? So I need to like psych myself up to get it.
Don't put yourself down. That was funny. Grown man crying. Hilarious. It's always funny. That's crazy. I haven't watched Adolescence either. I guess
who's watched Adolescence? Who hasn't watched Adolescence yet? You have watched Adolescence. You haven't watched Adolescence. Watch fucking Adolescence. You have to watch Adolescence. You have to. Torrent it. They're allowing you to.
Free.
They're going to show it in Guildhall Square.
Keir Starmer allows it.
Scaldy Comedy Live Podcast, sponsored by Netflix. That's mental. But what would you say is the most middle class thing about you, bar the Le Creuset is?
Everything about me is middle class. Everything I drink, everything I eat, everything I do, everything I read.
Where's the toaster?
Where's the toaster? Well, it's just on the counter, but it is a Juliet toaster.
It's a Juliet.
Mickey was talking earlier about when his toaster was broken. I was like, my toasters don't break, Mickey. I pay good money for them up front.
My toasters don't break. That's hilarious, man. Have you anything coming up? Anything big or?
Doing Glenowen tomorrow night.
Glenowen?
But no one here seems to know anything about it, so
doesn't exist.
It's some gig that apparently is very good, but no one's done it.
They're just going to bring in. It's going to be Rory doing you out like Goodfellas at the end of it. You'll be like, what the fuck is this shit?
Yeah, I'm getting paid more than you for that, actually, as well.
Well, here, listen, Mike. It was great to have you on, man. It was fucking great to
Thank you very
see you as well. Everyone, give it up for Mike Carlisle.
Keep the clubbing going, ladies and gentlemen. Please welcome to the stage wonderful Keir Flanagan.
Thank you, my people, my friends. Great to be here. Great to be here. Fantastic to see you all now. Ruben, I want to tell you not to worry about this. I am simply an autistic man, and this is me doing my autisms. And if anybody is judging me in my autisms, that's a hate crime, and you are a Nazi. Which is actually fine. That's fine. Before I go any further, Brendan fucking Connor, where is it that you want me to stand exactly, son? Could you come and show me? Show me where you want me to stand. Is it here? Is this where you want me? Is this okay? Is this okay? Are you happy with this?
Give me a second. Yeah, that's all right.
Right. I'll not be trammelled by a mere fucking photographer, ladies and gentlemen, today. But how are you all doing? Are you enjoying this fine weather that we're having today? Bit of sunshine. One of the few days of the year where I have to remind people that the phrase "sun's out, guns out" means something different if you live in Craigan. Now, if you're from somewhere else in Northern Ireland watching this on the internets, pretend that I said Ardoyne or whatever village you live in. It's also a good time of the year for me to remind people that there's no cities in Northern Ireland. You can tell that because on a sunny day, you go, oh, it's a sunny day. That is fierce, good, drying weather. And then you have to go, oh, but somebody's cutting silage. That tells you you're not living in a fucking city. And we had Easter this week as well. There's hands up if you celebrate Easter. Yeah, that's right. The great people of Northern Ireland celebrating the death and resurrection of Jesus Christ as only we as a province can, by reminiscing about how fucking hard it used to be to get a pint on Good Friday. Well, they didn't start serving until they didn't start serving until 12, and then you couldn't get a pint between 3 and 6 because he was on the cross then, and after that, maybe 2, possibly 3 rounds you could get, like if you were lucky. But Easter's a very good time to make New Year's resolutions, ladies and gentlemen. I myself make New Year's resolutions 5-6 times a year because 12 months worth of disappointment and failure is easier to digest if you cut it up into bite-sized chunks, isn't it? I made a couple of New Year's resolutions, Ruben. Do you know how they say, Ruben, that in your sleep, every year you eat 5 spiders? See Easter Sunday. I ate fucking 7 of them. You can too. Don't let them tell you can't seize the day. Carpe arachnum. You don't even have to be asleep. The EU can't stop you. We left. Now the other New Year's resolution that I made on Sunday was I want to be a wee bit nicer to my parents because they're both getting on in years and they're not quite the people they used to be, if you know what I mean. Like, I'll give you. Look, I called around on Easter Sunday because my dad said he wanted me to download the internet onto his phone for him. And what that meant was there was a picture of a boy who went to school at with on Facebook, and he wanted me to find it. Now, they've both got their own quirks now that they're in their 70s and early 80s. Like my mother is now the type of person that refers to it exclusively as fairy up liquid. Thank you. And my dad will only eat the right Twix because he says the left one tastes funny. Now, I mean, this is the starting of a protracted story that I'm not going to have the time to finish, so I'm not going to bother. But what I will ask is, what are you going to do if your trombone goes off and I just stay here? Are you going to send like fucking Louis Armstrong up here to beat me up? Because I'll fucking take Satchmo, fucking Joe Mangiari, who's that other called Kenny G. Fucking bring them on. Let's go. Let's go.
Can somebody get his nurse?
I think we'll call it a day there. You know, that's
Here, Flanagan, everyone.
Oh, you
Look
want
at
this
this.
to be an equal?
This is big dick energy right here.
That's quite nice. That's you want it to be on.
That's equitable.
The same level,
gentlemen, you know.
Like, here, let me ask you this, right?
Yes.
How did you get time off your busy schedule shooting the next season of Love on the Spectrum to be here?
Practice.
You look like you developed some weird disease in a lab. That's
Yes, it's not a lab, it's a garage, and it's not a disease. It's not a disease, it's love.
Lots of spiders going on in it.
There are lots of spiders in there, yeah.
What's your favourite spider?
My favourite spider is, I mean, I know it's a cliche, but the Black Widow spider. It's just such a classic.
Somebody
It's
awed that like it was a dog.
Well, she's clearly a funnel web spider woman, but like, fuck you. Fuck you and your funnel webs.
I'm more of a wolf spider myself.
You look like a wolf spider man.
Wolf Spider-Man.
That would be a great superhero, like the boy from the Gladiators.
I know you're into like Marvel and stuff, aren't you?
Yeah, I am a cunt, yeah.
And who's your favourite superhero? I'm asking like a child. Here, no, wait, I'll pass you the ball so you can speak.
My favourite superhero is Thunderstrike, and what he is in the mid-90s they killed Thor, and he says, what are we going to do? Like, because we like Thor, and he says, we'll just have some geezer be Thor, and some dude finds Thor's hammer, and he's like, I'm fucking Thor now. But he was useless and shit, and then...
So they just recast Thor, that was it?
That's exactly right, yeah.
That's how we should do it with politicians here.
Aye.
Like, we should just, like, kill off, like, okay, I'm not saying kill off politicians, but, like, just let someone walk in and just be like, here's a fucking nice place.
Who among us is worthy to carry the hammer of Ian Paisley?
And Ian Paisley's like, never!
Probably one of those kids that he had that he also named Ian Paisley.
What would your superpower be?
That's an excellent question, Rory, and I'm glad you asked that. I would be able to fly, right? But here's the trick. I would only be able to fly about this high off the ground. And I would only be able to fly really slowly, like slower than walking speed. So I couldn't use it to help anyone, and I couldn't really get anything off a high
I was going to say, the top of the fridge would be clean as
No,
fuck.
that's it. That's it.
You have the same dreams as me then, because I have dreams about flying exactly like that, but I'm bent at a 45-degree angle, and I'm just moving slowly above the ground. Yeah, that's brilliant, superpower to have.
It's the most autistic thing I've ever seen in my entire life. So at least you didn't pick any of the pervy ones, like stopping time or invisibility, you know?
That's hackneyed. Like, you know, imagine being able to float and move really slowly. Like
pissing off people.
Listen, Sky will make that program. Like,
just you're a nightmare at a concert then. This cunt's fucking 6 inches above me. I can't see Coldplay.
I would be a real superhero if my power was to stop people seeing Coldplay. But I can also stop them hearing Coldplay.
Where's the hearing guy? He's not even listening. Fucking.
Oh, the irony.
Yeah, the irony of the hearing guy not listening. That's wild. What's the most mental things happened to you recently?
I raped a pig.
You in politics?
What's the most mental thing that's happened to me recently?
Also, can I just say, the Nazi salute right at the start. By already had fucking Stephen Nolan coming after us after this episode. Fucking hell.
Good luck catching me, Stephen.
Stephen will never get you 6 inches off the ground.
I'm sure a lot of mental stuff has happened to me, but I can't think of any right now. Like,
It's on.
look, I'll tell you. I also work as a teacher, or I did.
Fuck.
And the most mental thing that happened in my classroom was somebody stuck their school jumper in the microwave at the back of the class.
Why did you just have a microwave in the class?
For cooking jumpers!
They're like, here, if you want to heat up an Uncle Ben's rice, sir, work away.
Well, that's exactly what it was for.
What are the kids doing in the fucking staff room?
We had like a porta cabin, so we were removed from the main school with good reason, I would say.
Were you a teacher on a colony in Mars? What the fuck?
Well, close, it was in Bristol.
He's over in the microwave. No, sorry, it was terrible.
No, that's very good.
That's beautiful.
I know a dude from Bristol.
He's cooking rice.
I knew a guy who was a British soldier over here, and we didn't get along. But yeah, so he was cooking a jumper in the microwave.
Yeah,
Not the Bristol guy.
No, he turned it on, and because it was one of those cheap school jumpers, you know, the ones that kind of plastery,
it's like fucking
got caught on fire.
nylon or
and the
something.
school was evacuated.
Fuck the uniforms, man, you know. Kids just, you know, oppositional defense disorder. Fair play to him, mate. That's fucking... that's
No,
great.
well, we all got a nice afternoon out in the snow.
He's freezing with no jumper. He's like, it was a fucking shit decision. It's writing code out here. But no, that's crazy. Kieran, how long have you been doing stand-up now? The spectrum, isn't it?
30 years or something, I don't know.
30 years?
30 years,
Have you actually been doing it 30 years or you wind me up?
No, about 30 years.
Fucking hell is, right?
Yeah,
It shows like you're a fucking good comic. Like, I know it means nothing for me, but like, you know.
That's right.
You guys fucking hate me. That's the second time someone's got me back. And they're like, fucking yeah! We dickhead! Wearing a hat in our bar, dickhead.
I'm sorry, Justin. I do not take compliments very well.
No. You've nice hair.
Well, I mean, that's just taken as a given.
That's crazy. 30 years, man, yeah.
30 years, man and boy. Hardest game in the world, Justin.
It is.
Hardest game in the world.
Put it this way. You won't believe this. I'm 5 years younger than you've been doing stand-up.
Well, no fucking smart comeback for that, have I?
And you're on my show. Sorry.
Cheering you up, some might say.
Yeah, you are. You're fucking ruining me here. Like, and he doesn't know I'm editing this all out. Here, listen, Kieran, you've been an absolute pleasure. We fucking love you to bits. So everyone give it up for Kieran Flanagan.
Thank you very much, Kieran Flanagan. And our final act this evening is the man, the comedian in residence at Bennigans Bar, Chicken Box Comedy. Please welcome to the stage to sum up the evening for us, it's Dar McKay.
Yeah, so, fuck me. Right, I do a set on the night based on what everybody's been talking about if you haven't been here before. But basically, I've written something down and I have no idea what it means. Adam for hearing aids. Oh, that's right, Adam. Yeah, it was. It must be the only profession where you think what you've given somebody doesn't work. You know, you're going, is that okay? Yeah. That's $3,000. Eh! Yeah, so next up we had Declan, or as I called him the last time I was up, Barnyard Manning. Where is he? Is he away? Oh, fuck him, here we go. Misogyny, tick. Dissing a minority, tick. Actually, dissing the smallest minority, dwarves, tick. 1970s call, they want their act back. The only thing we were missing was Ching Chong Chinaman. You know, I've heard him do that before. Yeah, so He mentioned teabagging the Pope. He mentioned teabagging the Pope, but I just heard during the week that the female version of teabagging is called a flappuccino. All right, Brenton, first time tonight, brilliant. So I thought I'd do a bit of musical comedy. I know. Everybody knows I fucking hate music, right? How do I get this straight? Right. Don't look at me. Okay, look at me. Me and Darren play pool. I bring my own cue. 'Cause I'm one of them ones. Darren keeps winning. Shut up. That's why I make him look fat with snotters. There you go. Right. There's a first for a ring, right? John was on about pre-diabetes. Now, as you were saying, you can give anything anything's pre. I would call a pint of Guinness pre-diarrhea. And I've said this before, apologies, but I always think diabetes, like you've type 1 diabetes and type 2 diabetes. And I think, to differentiate, they should call type 2 diabetes, but type 1, they should just call it diabetes. Just an idea, That's a great way to lose weight, though. My friend lost a foot. He was on about Babe Station. Actually, I used to watch Babe Station, and see every so often, see at the end of the show, the women would all flash down below. They give a wee flash, and they stopped doing it because somebody complained. I swear to God, this is true. Who the fuck complained? Somebody. Can you imagine them sitting there with the boobs out and somebody sitting there going, and then they go, and he goes, oh my God, that's too much. We're fucking too much here. I don't want that. Owen was on about the foreigners. I hear you, Margot. Foreigners coming over here, taking all our sectarianism. Rory, you were on about chatting to people behind the counter. Like, I work with the general public, and see this chatting with people behind the counter? Fucking stop. I don't want to fucking... No, I don't care. Fucking... No. Fuck off. There's people come on, right? I'm not joking you. And they come on it's their day out. They bring sandwiches and all in a flask. Just stop. Margot, there was a mechanic. There was a mechanic on was it Western Terrace? I asked you the name of that street. Western Terrace. Western Street. And he was called Car. And he was mad on the cars. And he fixed cars. And he called his daughter Mercedes. I know. And you were on about sex shops. I think sex shops are very misleading. Honestly, it's the only thing you can't buy in the shop. And and not only that, Declan McBride's wife would be up looking for a refund if they did. And apparently, this is true fact as well. This is a true fact. Women with large breasts, on average, are more successful than men with large breasts. Robbie, you were on about the hotel. Me and Denise we stayed over in the Premier Inn, and we were waiting in the lift, right? And you know when somebody's fucking around in the lift and you're waiting on it, and you see it go from 5 to 6, back down to 5, and then up to 7, and down to 6, then back down to 5, then up to 7, and this went on for 20 minutes. And I was all, there's wee bastards in that lift. There's wee bastards playing around in this lift. And it was like we were on the top floor, like, and I was, oh, fuck. And then eventually, after 20 minutes, came down, and these old ones staggered out. Like, fuck's sake. Just, true story. Yeah. I used to have a huge Adam's apple. I don't know what that was about anyway. Jamie, I weaned myself off the porn. He was on about porn. He's away too. Fuck it. Yeah, so I love, back in the days, you used to get excited over Kay's catalogue. Or seeing the woman side boob in the shower, you know, that kind of way. That was better. No, nowadays you get everything. So I was trying to wean myself off the porn now, right? So I was sort of watching titillating stuff on Facebook. And there's porn on Facebook. I didn't know it. Well, it's kind of porn. It's like anybody wants to Google cleaning with see-through clothing. It's a thing. Look it up. And he mentioned 2 Girls, 1 Cup. My friend Bobby Best, he has a thing. He says, did you watch 15 Girls, 1 Cup? It was a camogie final. And they were on about barbers. Barbers have changed, right? Now, I remember back in the day, it's always been a $5 to get your hair cut. Always was a $5, all through the decades. The only thing that changed over the years was they stopped asking you, did you want something for the weekend? Right? And then all of a sudden, because I went bald, I didn't go so often, right? And I went every so often. I bought more hats than haircuts, right? And then after I was there, get my hair shaved, a $5, and then about a month later, I went back, and I walked in, same hairdresser or same barbers, it was all swanky looking, and they were all wearing waistcoats. I got my hair shaved, and it was £18. I was going, fucking dear waistcoats. What was that? Oh, I saved for... Oh, yeah. I have to do everybody. Mike, I got 2 big balls removed as well. It was my tonsils. But it's not like, no. See, I was 5, right? And I you know, way now, like if you're Wayne, say you've got young children, if you're going into hospital now with your Wayne, you would nearly stay overnight with them, and they give you a wee chair beside them and all that thing. When I was 5, I was just left at the entrance. And I think it's ward 7 or 8 or something, you know. And you run for 4 days. Just a thing. Right. I have an idea for, you were on about Fast and Furious. I have an idea for, like, when I get older. I was thinking of more a thing where you would have a biker gang of mobility scooters. No, terrorizing the town. And they're called Hell's Rascals. And it's called Not So Fast and Forgetful. And finally, Kieran, there's a spider out there. There's a spider out there that got away. He was bitten by Kieran. and he turned into a rare boy, man. His superpower, he can only fly that far over. I'm Darren McKay, thank you very much.
For anyone that doesn't know, if this is your first time in the club or whatever, Darren at the end of every week will come up here and do a full set on all the acts he had seen that night. And genuinely, every time I've seen you do it so far, it's been absolutely phenomenal. That was hilarious.
Slum Packers, isn't it?
Slum Packers. I know. We'll not keep you too long. We've ran over time a bit here. So I want everyone just to fucking go wild and go crazy for Mr. Darren McKay. Absolutely class.
Fantastic, Justin. Would you do it again?
100%, yeah.
Good stuff, yeah.
Just with a different crowd. Maybe a crowd that don't want me dead. You know, I'm getting lynched on the way to the cars. But here, no, I want to just give you a big thanks for coming out here. This is the first live episode of this live podcast, and you were absolutely fantastic. I really appreciate you just coming out. Give yourself a big round of applause.
Give it up for Justin Freeburn for bringing his show all the way to Derry and all his lovely equipment and everything. Give him on yourself,
Everyone give it up for Rory McSwiggan.
And give it up for everyone who saw us this evening. Declan McBride, Brendan O'Connor, John Devlin, Owen Curley, Margot Carr, Robbie Murray, Jimmy Rogers, Mike Carlisle, Kieran Flanagan, and Darren McKay. I've been Rory McSwiggan, Justin Freeburn. Thank you very much.